my question is, they've made good games like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, which
No.
What?
Don't even say those games are good.
I like those
They're
games.
terrible.
I don't remember 2 as much, but 1 was good.
They're both awful.
No, they're not.
They're both awful.
Sonic Adventure is
They're
fucking
just like
great.
this. They're just like this.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I bet you $1 million.
I bet you we don't have...
Play it. Let's
we
play
don't
it.
either have that much to bet.
Let's play it. Let's play it. And see how much you really like it.
I do appreciate that this game, was a step to bringing Sonic back. But unfortunately, there are people who will never appreciate, like, even the games that have been made since then. There are people like, say, Eagle Raptor or Frazier of Video Games Awesome, who will just think that Sonic is bad forever. They will never be pleased, no matter how far he comes. The Dark Age is still going on. Sonic 06 happens, so Sonic is just beyond recovery. They don't acknowledge, Sonic Colors or Generations or Lost World or whatever. It's just, if it has Sonic's face on it, it's unsalvageable.
Again, that's part of why I wanted to do this retrospective back in like 2010. It's hard to be a Sonic fan when I tell all my gamer friends that, like, no, there's Sonic titles have tons of quality titles. It's just a lot of them get thrown under the bus because, oh, it's Sonic and you have, Sonic 06 and Shadow has a gun and, all this other crap, and it's just like, these games are good. I like most of them. I mean, yeah, there's some bad ones I'll call out as being kind of atrocious, and I'm not, like, blind fanboyism. Like, it's not like a cult to me. But I do love this series, and I do acknowledge the good parts when they happen,
Dude, whoever made the first Sonic game and saw this must have just been, like, slowly fashioning a noose out of whatever was nearby.
Yuji Naka. I think he might have had a hand in making
No,
this.
it's impossible.
Yeah, dude, he made the fucking Sonic Adventure, and this is like the same fucking game.
What?
Hey, welcome!
Okay, I have my hat down. I have not seen what game this is. It's a surprise that Aaron is excited about, and I'm looking now. Oh, God. God damn it.
It's just like when you hit the wall. What the Jesus Christ, man! This is unacceptable! How do people defend this game?
This is a retroactive outrage.
Oh my god!
No.
What the
It's pulling
hell?
you towards it.
Whoops. Oh, no. Okay, well, there we go. Oh, Jesus! I'm up here now! How did I... Whoa!
Oh, next time on Game Grumps, this is gonna be good. Oh. Oh, Aaron, what a gift you've given me on this day. Wow.
Sonic Boom, eat your heart out.
Yeah, right? Fuck. It's like Sonic Boom wishes it could be this terrible.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Danny, say it isn't so. Hey guys, yep, we're doing this again. Sorry I haven't been making videos much lately, but I should have some more free time soon. For now, I want to talk about one of my favorite 3D Sonic games, actually my favorite 3D Sonic game, Sonic Adventure. Now the Grumps have started playing it. I guess it was bound to happen someday, and here we go. It's no secret that Aaron Hansen hates Sonic. He hates everything about Sonic, and if you like Sonic, then he hates you too, and wants you to die, chained to a rusty pipe in someone's basement until you starve to death, and then your corpse will be burned on a pile of various Sonic games and plushies. Of course I'm kidding. While grumping, he's admitted that he kind of overreacts and conflates his opinions to put on a show, to be an exaggeration, a caricature of himself, and that if you were to talk to him in person, just, like human beings, he might not be nearly as harsh or arrogant as he comes across in these videos. I've never understood this idea of creating a character for the internet who behaves differently than you do in real life, as I prefer to be pretty straightforward with people and not bullshit them. Aaron might not actually dislike Sonic that much, but he puts on this act like the series' continued existence, nay, its very conception, is the worst atrocity in gaming, because he knows it makes Sonic fans angry. That's the whole point of why he's doing this now. He's being provocative to get a rise out of people. He's essentially trolling us. I mean, that's basically what a troll does, isn't it? Go out of your way to piss others off? That said, I do think Aaron thinks it's kind of a problem that people like me like this game and defend it, and it's up to him to pull away the veil and reveal to the world once and for all how awful this game really is, to save us from ourselves because he's a game design guru who knows everything about video games, and if he doesn't save us from our blindness, our stupidity, then no one will. So that's what he's trying to do. If he's attacking Sonic, if he's attacking this game, it's because he thinks we've been far too forgiving of it, and it's up to smarter people like him to push back and save gaming. Unfortunately, anytime someone as popular as him mercilessly bashes a game like this, loads of their fans are going to go along with it and basically kill whatever he's talking about because they'll follow his every word. And so it's up to people like me, and Shaymay, and Roger, and Luke, and Steve, and Johnny, and the Super Gaming Brothers, and Brain Scratch, and the Great Clement, and who have you to strike back against his arrogance. I love Sonic Adventure. Well, not the whole thing, that's for sure. I can do without the various playstyles, though some of them are alright, but buried under all that extra tacked-on muck is a hidden gem that many other Sonic games have failed to replicate, and it makes a perfectly serviceable, even complete-feeling Sonic experience by itself. I love Sonic's campaign. I love everything about it. I love the level design that's twisty and spacious enough to feel more open-ended than it really is. I like the platforming that keeps you going just fast enough to never really feel like something's in your way. I like the speed at which Sonic runs. I like his controls in general, the way he turns and accelerates and jumps and all that. I like how you can mess around to skip entire chunks of levels or reach areas you're not really supposed to, like it's a skateboard park or something. I like the music. In fact, it's probably the best soundtrack in the entire series. I like the cartoony aesthetic. I can go on and on about things to find to like about this game. In terms of level design, I wouldn't say this gameplay style is ideal, but it is fun. I didn't play this game until 2004, and I don't have any nostalgia for it. I just think it came really close to getting Sonic's gameplay right. Yeah, it's easy to make fun of the game for its atrociously directed cutscenes, but I mostly ignore stuff like that if the gameplay is enjoyable. That said, it is still extremely flawed, and yes, kinda glitchy. Not anywhere near as glitch-tastic as, say, Sonic 06, but there are certain instances, little spots you have to go out of your way to avoid, and yes, this is a problem. Not enough of a problem to make the game inexcusable in my eyes, though. Even in something as highly acclaimed as Jak and Daxter or Crash Bandicoot, I always manage to find at least one spot where if you nudge against a wall or whatever, you pass through and fall into oblivion. This is just something that happens a lot in older games, and still occurs in quite a few new ones, what with more polygons to slip between. And yet people look at Sonic and pretend that it's exceptionally bad, that it's a Sonic thing, that you only see this sort of thing happen in Sonic games. Let's look back at this spot. This is one of the most unstable and infamous places in the entire game. Every single person forced down this awkward as hell track falls through the wall on the right side near the bottom on their first try. Maybe it'll happen again once or twice, but it's really easy to avoid. I wish it wasn't there. It's stupid that it's in such a place where it can so easily get people. I wish they'd playtest it a bit more and put some plywood over it, because this is one of the game's worst parts and it's right at the beginning. So it gives people a bad first impression and may make them give up on the game right then and there. And I can't really blame them for that, though they are missing out on a lot of fun that comes afterward. It is stupid that players like me have had to learn to consciously avoid spots like that, and then years down the road subconsciously avoid it because we may have forgotten what happens there, or our minds block it out because some part of us just knows to stay away from that wall. I can forgive Aaron for slipping through there. It happens. But I suspect he already knew about this spot beforehand and is exploiting it for all it's worth, making it seem a lot harder to avoid than it actually is. I say this mainly because of what happens next. Making it through these loops is the easiest thing in the world to do, because they do all of the work for you. All you have to do is hold forward while the camera pans out so you see yourself running through it. Don't slow down, don't change your direction, don't let go of the button, just go with it. I don't like automated bits like this much, and would prefer the camera staying behind the player while they have full control over themselves inside the loop, but in their current state, Aaron should have no problem whatsoever making it through there. I can't say I know this for a fact, but I have no doubt in my mind that Aaron is dying on purpose, messing around and goofing off just to see how he can break the game, pulling off things I've never seen anyone else do in my life. And just listen to Denny's reaction.
It's like Sonic Boom wishes it could be this terrible.
Oh, I know.
It's no wonder he reacts this way. In his eyes, this is all the game is, just as Aaron planned. To those of you who have no interest in playing this game, you'll see this and think it's just something that happens all the time because, hey, it's a Sonic game. But anyone who's actually played this normally will see how bullshit this is. Let me tell you how this playthrough is going to go. Aaron is going to pull more stunts like this on purpose, mind you. He is going to pick this game apart at the seams. He is going to pull off things that I wouldn't have thought possible. He'll just find a way. He is going to use every opportunity he can to paint it as the worst video game ever made, worse than Sonic 06, worse than Sonic Boom, and Danny is going to go right along with it. You see, I think if John were still around, he wouldn't do this, because John would sometimes speak up and show a different perspective on things than just Aaron's. But poor Danny is like a lost little boy who can't really challenge anything Aaron says because he just doesn't know shit about games like this, so what's he supposed to do? All he can do is hang on Aaron's every word and go along with it. And so will everyone else, because shitting on Sonic is just a cool thing to do nowadays, be it in a post-06 world or a post-Rise of Lyric world. Who cares about colors and generations and whatnot? All those games are like, yeah, half decent, but they're still shit compared to real games like Mario. I see things like this happen and it makes me sad. Even people who couldn't give two shits about this game, who don't care whether it's good or not, are still cringing at the sight of that thumbnail appearing in their sub box because, believe it or not, some people don't like seeing Aaron be so negative and, I'm Mr. I know everything about video games. And people can go on all they like about different opinions and whatnot, but videos like this are going to create a climate where it's just not okay to like a game like this. And if you do, then you're a stupid blind Sonic fag with zero credibility, and no one should listen to anything you have to say. Yeah, I'd like to see these schmucks try to say that to guys like Clement or Johnny, who at the very least acknowledge these games as alright. As great as Sonic is as riffing material, it has great moments that I think outweigh its faults and make it worth experiencing at least once. And these guys can see that because they're not putting on a show. They tell it to you like it is, as the people they really are, and not some fabricated, bloated internet persona like Egoraptor created to piss people off. I don't even know where I'm going with all this anymore. I just see this happening and feel some need to provide a more nuanced look at things. I'm not going to pretend Sonic Adventure as a whole is a great game. It's aged pretty poorly and is loaded with flaws, but it's far from downright unplayable. I don't need games to be perfect. Some of my favorite games are ones that just try to be something weird and different, games that you could just put in the middle, where it's a simple matter of determining whether or not the game's good points are enough to outweigh its bad points. And for me, Sonic Adventure is alright. It's not Sonic 06, it's not Sonic Boom, it has more to like than to dislike. It's just an alright Sonic game, and it's okay to like it. That's all I have to say for today. Oh yeah, and fuck Egoraptor.